Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Tony's Picks Happy Hour. It's Friday, April 4th, 2025. Man, I'm excited for this weekend. Actually, we got the Final Four back on Saturday. We got some good games tonight to get to as well. And then, hey, we got a small slate of NHL, some on the NBA, but over the weekend, nice slate going forward. So, as we always do, we'll get to the Cappers, see how they're doing on this early Friday. We got some early action in the MLB going. We had some early soccer going on as well. And then we'll, as we always do, get to the pace. And then we'll get right to it. So, kicking over to Ramon first. Hey, how you doing here on this Friday, Ramon?
Hey, great, Rod. You know what? You forgot to mention tennis. Yeah, we're on the courts now at Tony's Picks. We're expanding our menu of selections here. I brought home a winner. I probably wouldn't have mentioned it if we didn't have a winner, but I brought one home
Nice.
Overnight. So I've opened up my ledger here at Tony's Picks, where I've done some pretty good damage in years past here on Tony's Picks. We've covered the peripheral sports before, but hey, in today's expanded menu, if you will, across the country, we're adding a few more sports. You're going to see it from the gang. Just want to let everybody know that. So you can rely on us here at Tony's Picks for more than just your major sports. We're going to find winners all over the place, Rod. And this is going to be a great weekend to do it.
Definitely agree. Hey, some of them peripheral sports will pop up here at Tony's Picks. We got CFL, WNBA. As Ramon alluded to, we got some tennis. Ronald, we got some KBO as well. So definitely,
you know it, baby.
Those
It's
other
coming.
sports are coming here as well. So exciting things happening here at Tony's Picks in the future. So definitely make sure you subscribe. So you don't miss out on any of it of the future action going here at Tony's Picks. And hey, welcome to the happy hour, everybody. Kick it on over to Ron. And how's your Friday going, Ron?
Yeah, it's doing good. Soccer was kind of brutal, man. I had a draw on the Italy game, and they did get it tied in extra time, and then the old VAR took it away from me. So try to get that back, and I guess the Cardinals aren't done yet, so we'll see what happens with that game. But I'm going to count it as a loss. And got a couple going. Yeah, bases loaded, one out still. The tying run. And I got the Yankees on the run line, and also the Mets right now pending. So hopefully we'll get back to 2-2, or maybe the Cardinals can pull a miracle here, 3-1 for the day. But yeah, I got last night, man, blitz by the three,
pitching.
you know.
Yep. Chapman's pitching. Anything can
Chapman's
happen now.
coming in. He'll get wild.
He's already in.
108 miles an hour. Wild. Yeah. Got blitzed by that meaningless three there. Took Orlando from 15 down to 12. So, yeah, it was a tough one. But then did get the best bet on the Golden State Warriors. And then, hey, Tampa, you need to show up in these games, man. The Lightning just does not show up at Ottawa. So, lost that best bet. But, yeah. We'll get back at it tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I'm with you on the Cardinals game. Kind of figured we might be a little in trouble. And then I got burnt by the pitcher change in Seattle so far. It's 3-1 there. Still early, though. Bottom of the second. Lost and left in that. But I got burnt when they decided to swap Miller for Castillo in that one. I hate when baseball teams do that.
I'm Luis Castillo. You're Luis Castillo. We've got too many Luis Castillos on this team.
Oh, way too many going on in there, and it's like the Williams. Which Williams is going tonight on OKC, right? So speaking of basketball, let's get to the NBA action. We got rolling tonight. First ones we're going to kick it off to. Let's see where we're going to split this. Yeah, we got 10. So let's do the first 5. I think I want in those. Let's do 4 and 6. We'll do all the ones at the 7 p.m. Eastern and the 7:30 p.m. Eastern time slot, which is Sacramento heading into Charlotte. Sacramento Kings down from 11 to 10.5 in that one now. Total to 15.5. We got the Pacers still laying 16 from what it was this morning. Total 238.5 there. The Pistons laying 11, down a point from what it was this morning, from the 12 to 11. In the versus the Raptors, total 227 in that one. Suns down a half point from the 14.5 we've seen this morning, getting against the Celtics at home in Boston. Total 226 in that one. I'll head on over to the injury report and see what we got rolling. Looking at the Jazz and Pacers, On the Jazz side of things, no Martinen, no Markkinen, no Kessler, no Harkless, and Collins all out for the Jazz. On the Pacers side of things, definitely some game time decisions here for the Pacers still. Siakam, Nesmith, Mathurin, all game time decision for the Pacers. Looking at Sacramento and Charlotte. On the Charlotte side of things, Josh Green out, Bay out. Nick Smith, game time decision. But it looks like Williams, Gibson, and Seth Curry, all game time decision, but they look like they're likely to play there for Charlotte. On the Sacramento side of things, no Laravia, he's out. Sabonis and Carter, game time decision there. Looking at the Suns, taking on Boston. Kevin Durant out for the Suns. On the Boston side of things, Jaylen Brown, game time decision for Boston. Looking at Detroit and Toronto, on the Toronto side of things, no Ingram, no Dick, no Barrett, no Abaji, Barnes, game time decision. On the Detroit side of things, still Cade Cunningham, game time decision there for the Pistons, but no Stewart, no Ivy, no Harris, all out for the Pistons. We'll kick it on over to Ramon. What do you like there in those first four, Ramon?
Well, Rod, things haven't been going great for the Sacramento Kings in their push to make the playoffs here, but they just got to win somehow. They're a 10.5-point favorites. It's actually gone down here. All right, that sounds like a little bit of value today. You look, Sacramento isn't winning right now, that's for sure. They've actually lost 7 of their last 8 coming in, but, Charlotte hasn't won either. They've lost 6 of 7. Double digits makes it a little bit tough, so probably not a premium here, but I'm going to go ahead and lay it here with Sacramento against Charlotte today. They are right on the cusp, just one game ahead of the Phoenix Suns. They're in a must-win situation here if they want to make the play-in. So I'm going to take him, though. Here still even to cover this double-digit spread today. I'm on the Kings, minus 10.5, 11 now, I think. Maybe might even be going up here. So let's just make it our free play. I'll take the Kings tonight.
Kick it on over to Ron. What do you like here in these four, Ron?
I like a Phoenix and Boston. Boston's off a loss. We had them the other night with the Heat. Big win for both of us there. And Phoenix, I don't trust this team. And you know what Boston does off a loss? A 15-4 on the next game. So I'm going to lay it with Boston.
And for me, it's like I think it's just too many. We see Boston's number spread-wise and point differential this season. There's about a 9.5-point differential in wins. So 10-point win, 11-point win at 14. I think it's just too many. As much as I'm going to just hold my nose and grab the 14 with the Suns. I got 14.5 this morning where it was 2 touchdowns and an extra little 2-point conversion on one. But I think 14 is just too many. I think the Celtics, with Celtics money line, there you go. That's a good one right there. Definitely be doing that one. Woo! That's a little too juicy for me. We're not laying that kind of juice on a money line. I'll take the Suns plus the 14.5. Speaking of money line bets, just so wrong show here. Money line bets. If you really feel the need that the Celtics on the money line, that means you're not thinking the Celtics are going to cover this giant spread. Just take the other side. It's a lot cheaper than trying to lay a Celtics money line and losing I don't even know what that money line is, but I'm going to say you're going to lose a bit. The whole point is replacing you is not losing 5 or 6 bets. What is the money line on the Celtics anyways? Is it insane? Oh yeah, it's like 8 bets. So you're almost losing. It's 8 minus 870. I see on the Celtics money line. So you lose that Celtics money line. That's like losing 9 bets. Do you want to place 1 bet and lose 9? No. Is that risk reward? No reward there, and definitely massive risk. We're trying to get the best reward with the least amount of risk here in the sports betting world. All right. What else? That's what I like in that spot. Let's kick it on over. The other one I like in the spot, I think the Raptors points is too many, but I don't want, if Cunningham is back for Detroit, then I lean to the Pistons in that one. So I'm waiting to see whether Cade Cunningham plays for Detroit, because when he's in there, man, that Detroit team's pretty solid and they'll run right over the Raptors. But if he doesn't play, then I think the Raptors hang in this one. They got enough G League guys that can score some points and keep it close within single digits. So I'm waiting until I find out some more information on that. Maybe by the end of the show, we'll have some more information in there, but that's how I lean on that game. All right, let's kick it off to the late night slate. We got 6 games rolling there. We got a weird line here. OKC into Houston, only laying 6 in that one. We got the Cleveland Cavs heading into San Antonio laying 13. We got Portland into Chicago. Chicago laying 6. We got Denver into Golden State. Denver a 1-point favorite now in that one. Total 236. We got the Pelicans into LA. The Lakers laying 15. And then we got the Clippers at home hosting Dallas. Clippers laying 10.5. Let's check the injury report on these 6 games. First of all, looking at Portland and Chicago. On the Chicago side of things, no Trey Jones. He's out. Carter and Lonzo Ball, game time decision for Chicago. On the Portland side of things, no Williams, no Ayton, no Grant, no Cisco. Grant and Cisco, game time decision. Most likely out. Simmons, Reith, Kamara, game time decision. Henderson, most likely to play for Portland. On OKC and Houston, looking on the OKC side, no Williams, no Mitchell, no Dukas, no Dieng, Isaiah Joe, game time decision in that one. Looking at the Houston side of things, just Brooks out for Houston. Looking at Cleveland and the Spurs, no Sokan, no Bassi, game time decision for the Spurs. I'm going to say Bassi's out. He's usually seems to be always out. Johnson, game time decision, but I bet you he plays for the Spurs. On the Cleveland side of things, no Dean Wade, no Jerome, both out for Cleveland. Looking at Denver and Golden State, what do we got here? We got Watson and Strather, game time decision. Jamal Murray, game time decision. Joker, Gordon, and Braun, all game time decision, but they're most likely to play. On the Warriors side of things, Peyton, Curry, and Butler, all game time decisions. So definitely not a whole lot of news on that one. Still waiting for some, see how the second half of things go there in the second half of the back-to-back for both those teams. So because it's a later start, we might get some later information. We'll check back later into the show and try to get some more information there. Dallas and the Clippers, no Simmons, no Miller, no Coffee on the Clippers side of things. Seth Lundy most likely to play. Dallas side of things, no Lively, no Exum. Anthony Davis, game time decision. Martin, most likely. Pelicans and Lakers, on the Lakers side of things, no Kleber, no Hachimura. James, game time decision, but most likely to play is LeBron in that one. On the Pelican side of things, no Hawkins, no Boston, and we know the regulars that have already checked out for the rest of the season. Kicking on over to Ramon. What do you like here in these late night NBA action?
Well, we got some high totals here in a couple of these, but I'm actually going to look to the over here with Cleveland and San Antonio. My position stays firm on Cleveland. To me, I don't think they can catch Oklahoma City. They're probably just kind of playing out the string here. Yeah, they're playing awesome. They're going over quite a bit. 45-25 to the over is a favorite. San Antonio, 23-16 to the over is a dog. Both teams have gone over in 4 of their last 5 games, and 8 of the last 11 meetings have gone over. That's basically all the games out of the pandemic. So I'm going to take the over here. It is a pretty lofty number here tonight, but again, I think no problem for Cleveland scoring here. It's just that I don't know if they need extra effort on defense in this game because their position is pretty much solidified. In fact, I think it could be a tough number actually to cover here, but I think the better play for me is going to be on the over at all the way up to 242 here in this one. So maybe it's not a premium here, but I'm still taking the over with Cleveland and San Antonio tonight.
Kick it on over to Ron. What do you like here in these late night NBA action, Ron?
Yeah, I had Toronto plus the points last night, and Portland just run them out of the building late. And they're in the third of a 4-night stretch there. They can't have any legs left, so I'm taking Chicago. I think Chicago just runs right out of the building tonight. And then I'm going to look at the Denver Nuggets. I had Golden State, my best bet last night. Great win against the Lakers. Now you sit down, take a breather, and you're playing as a home favorite. And Golden State is not good as a home favorite, guys. They're not good at all covering the spread. So I'm going to look at the Denver Nuggets in that one. And you got to keep rolling with that. The best team at home, ATS, as a home favorite, they're 17-7. The Clippers I'm talking about, and they average winning by 12. And that line just fell down to 10. They still win by 12. Take the Clippers, lay it.
And for me, this one's I agree. Give me the Denver Nuggets here. They've won 9 straight against the Warriors, rolling right along with these Nuggets. And then you think the Nuggets in the second half of back-to-back, well, they play better in the second half of the back-to-back. It's also a third game in 4-night situation for these Denver Nuggets as well. And you look at what has Denver done in the third game and fourth night situation this season. Well, guess what? They're 9-2 straight up is Denver in the spot. So I'll take Denver on the money line in that matchup. And then another one I'm looking at is, give me Houston. Give me the Rockets in the first quarter. At home, they've won 7 straight first quarters. I think they can catch the Cleveland, come in a little bit slow starting here, and the Rockets will come shot out of a cannon and get us that first quarter win. Because they won 7 straight at home versus OKC in that first quarter. Nice plus 130. I'll take a shot there with the Rockets in the first quarter. Full game. I don't know. I can't get in front of this OKC train. I think full. And only having to lay 6 with a team that's point differential all season long at 13. It's a funny looking line to me, but I think full game you got to go with OKC not getting in front of that train until the wheels fall off that cart. And then another one I'm looking at here, I agree. Give me the Clippers. They're in a deep battle here and at home, playing pretty good basketball, 8-2. I think they run Dallas right off their court and be like, "Yep, you're the visiting team. Time for you to go." I think the Clippers win by at least 15 plus there in that one. They need the wins. You're trying to skip that play and stuff, and they're definitely deep in the battle for it. Are the Clippers? So you got to go with the team that's battling and alive there in that one. I agree with Ron. All right, that wraps up the NBA slate. Let's kick it on over to what we got left in the MLB. Let's see. We got the late night action. How many games we got here? 7. 7 games are rolling. So we'll kick it off here. We got the Dodgers into Philly, taking on the Phillies. We got Arizona going into Washington, taking on the Nationals. We got the Marlins into Atlanta, taking on the Braves. Baltimore taking on Kansas City. And we'll just do those 4 right there. Dodgers, Phillies, Arizona, Washington, Marlins, Atlanta, Baltimore, KC. Kick it on over to Ron. What do you like there in those 4?
I got my Diamond Crusher in this one, so you can get that right now at Tony's Picks. It was part of a 3-pack, but 2 of them are already gone off, so you get into the last one, and that's the best bet. Anyway, I'm going to look at the Tampa Bay Rays. I don't trust Texas, and I'm looking at Littell and Molly. Actually, I saw Molly pitch when he was with the Reds. He pitched a no-hitter down here in Pensacola when the Reds were AA down here, but I just don't trust him. I don't trust the bats at Texas right now. So give me a good price, I think, with the Tampa Bay Rays actually in that one. I'm gonna take the Cincinnati Reds. Man, it's like 1-0. 1-0.
We're doing all the MLB.
Yeah, you said the rest.
No, I didn't say anything about Tampa Bay, Texas. I said we're going to split this and we'll do these 4. And I said,
I thought you said the last.
Arizona.
Last
no, you didn't even
Gotcha.
say. You didn't even listen.
Yeah, my bad.
You jumped 2 spots.
Yeah,
you didn't pick a 1 in the time spot.
No, I didn't. I was
just
starting from the end and coming back like I was.
Yeah, you totally went backwards and didn't even.
Yep. Yeah. Give me.
Ramon, what do you got for us in those 4, Ramon?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rod, and these, I'm going to go to the matchup between Arizona and Washington here with Brandon Pfaadt on the mound. Struggled a little bit in his first game. He lost that one. Was mowing him down a little bit, but I think it's more Arizona for me going to put up the runs here against Irvin of the Washington Nationals. They did lose his first start as well and did go over in that game. Arizona averaging 6.5 runs so far this season. So I think here with the total right now sitting at 8.5 right now, even 8 over here at some of the sharp books. It's gone down. I don't trust that move. I think I'm going to prefer to go over here in this one with Arizona and Washington tonight. And you can grade me at 8.5, but I do see these 8 over 20s out there right now. So Washington is struggling a little bit here, and their bullpen isn't terrific. So give me the over here so far. Arizona is a favorite, 3-1-1 to the over, and Washington's gone over in 2 of their 3 home games. So I'll take over tonight, Washington and Arizona.
For me in that one, I like Washington there in that one. I'm definitely not a Brandon Fad guy. I fade that. I know some people don't like that, but guess what? I fade that. Definitely, I've been profitable. His numbers aren't the greatest. And Washington, we've seen step up at times. And Irvin, I've definitely seen him step up at times. Wasn't his greatest first start to the season, but I expect him to have a better start here in this one. Give me Washington there in that matchup. Little value play. And then you look at you want to lay minus 250 with Atlanta? I don't really want to lay minus 250 with Atlanta. Value play, it's why not take a shot here with the Miami Marlins? You just keep fading Atlanta. It's swelling back on the mound there, getting his first start. So we'll see how that goes for Atlanta. But their bats haven't given anybody any run support whatsoever. They had themselves looking like a win, but the Dodgers came around back and won 6-5. That one, I think that was the only game they were even hanging about. But other than that, at 2 times my money, the Marlins are worth a shot there on Friday night with Meyer going in that one. Now we'll kick it on to the next slate of games. Tampa Bay taking on Texas. The Reds taking on Milwaukee. And we'll finish off the late night slate with Cleveland taking on the Angels. Well, we know which two Ron likes. You want to expand a couple more on those ones?
No, but I'll give you one earlier if you want it.
Oh, yeah, go by that way. Do opposite tonight. We'll do Friday. It's a free-for-all anyways, right? So it's Friday free-for-all.
Whatever happened to free-for-all Friday?
Whatever
What happened to that?
Winners.
Yeah.
We're all good. We're all good here. Whose ass?
Lay it with the Dodgers.
Ball ass. His ass. Yes, he is, Justin. We agree on Justin. Yep. Something me and Justin agree on. Woo! Sorry about that. I don't know. What do you like there? Do you like one in the early slot?
Yeah, the Dodgers. Lay it with the Dodgers. Tomorrow night, Philly's going to get them, but tonight it's the Dodgers.
Kick it on over to Ramon. What do you like there in the late night slate, Ramon?
No, I forget what Ron took in these late games. I don't want to
Cincinnati and Tampa Bay.
I'll go with the total in Tampa Bay, Texas. They're up to go over with Zach Littell and Molly. Yeah, okay, I get it, Molly. I know he did win his first start as a slight favorite to open his season. He didn't get the win, but pitched in that game. They did come back to win. Littell, good numbers in that first start, 1.5 ERA and 182 batting average against. No strikeouts for Littell, but in this one, I'm more just going a little bit against these offenses in this spot here. So Tampa Bay and Texas total right now sitting at another one where it's kind of dropped here. You can get 8.5 under minus 120. It looks like I've got the under tonight here in the game between Tampa Bay and Texas. For me, just looking at these teams so far, they're combined 2-11 to the under. I know we're just in the first, second go round of these starters, Rod, but pretty tough to ignore 2-11 to the under. So give me the under with Tampa Bay and Texas.
And for me in that one, I just like the race in this late night card. How can I not? I just what we've seen from Tyler Mahle. I think I said at the beginning of the year, you're putting all your eggs in with Tyler Mahle, Corbin. It's just this Texas is in trouble. As I said, I don't think they're going to have a sniff at the division. Maybe like some trades, and we'll see how it goes. But you can't say mollywopped without Tyler Mahle. So I'm going to say Texas gets mollywopped in that one by the Rays. We got a nice little win with the Rays in that one. And the Reds and Brewers, give me the under 8. I think it's another low-scoring battle between those two. We've seen a couple games now in the Reds where defense has stepped up. And Martinez, he had a rough start. He's back out here for his second start here, and I think he has a good start. And I like Alexander, nice little lefty. I think we get a pitcher's duel going in that one, and we get under the 8 there. All right, that wraps up the MLB slate. Let's skate on over the ice and see what we got rolling there tonight. We got 3 going there. We'll cover them all at once. We got Chicago taking on Washington, Carolina into Detroit, and Minnesota into New York. We'll kick it on over to Ramon. What do you like there, Ramon?
Yeah, Rod, I'm going to go to the bottom game here with Minnesota and the Islanders tonight. And I'm going to go under in this one. We're currently sitting at 5.5 with a slightly juice to the over here tonight. You're not going to catch these Islanders making too much money for you at home. Minnesota's actually been pretty decent on the road. And yeah, I think for me, take the under here. Islanders struggling right now big time with this losing streak. Minnesota hasn't been too much better of late, but Minnesota 17-20 to the under as a dog. I've got this one going under tonight with Minnesota and the Islanders.
Heading on over to Ron. What do you like here in the 3 NHLs tonight?
Yeah, I got my best bet in NHL slap shot play. Lost last night with Tampa Bay. We'll try to get it back tonight. I told you about Carolina on the road. You don't want any piece of them. I'm going to take a shot with the Detroit Red Wings on the money line in that one. And the Blackhawks, yeah, we had them the other night. We got a nice plus 1.5. Yeah, not tonight. Lay the 2.5 if you can with the Washington Capitals. I think they roll.
And I like the over in that game. I think we see plenty of goals between Chicago and Washington there in that one. As we've seen, yeah, I don't trust in a 1.5. I don't want to be trusting a 1.5 there in that one. Why? Because it's just one of those spots where I think I'm going to take a shot, as I alluded to on the morning show as we checked out. I'm going to take a shot with Ovi getting his hat trick and Boston Gretzky's record tonight. Why not? You're going against the Blackhawk club that is giving up at least 4 goals a game. So one of those things, why not go out and bust Gretzky's record with a hat trick and at a plus 1,400? I'm going to take a shot, put a little sprinkle on that. How could you not take a little sprinkle with Ovi busting the record tonight against Chicago? Worth the shot. Value play anyways. And then the other one, I like the Wild here coming into New York. The Wild play their better hockey in the road. Hey, they fell short in that first game against the Rangers on this road trip. But battled the Rangers into overtime. Kind of it was a must win for the Rangers. They did get their must win, but the Wild still trying to hold on to their wild card spot as well. I think they have a good 6-point lead on the next competitor chasing them down, but you still need to get some wins to clinch that spot. And I think it's a nice spot here to go get that win against an Islanders club that hey, they had that run and looked like they were going to make a push, and then they just fell off late here, and I think they just ended up falling short of making the playoffs there in that one. All right, that wraps up today's slate of action because it feels so weird. No college basketball rolling. 3 games left. We got that going on Saturday. So it's the parlay section, player prop, game in the future. We leave it up to the cabinet to decide, and then they'll let you know what they got going with their best bets over at Tony's Picks. Because that's where you can find our best bets over at Tony'sPicks.com. Just hit the link in the description. That'll get you right on over to Tony's Picks, and you can find the bets we're making tonight to continue to crush the books. Let's kick it on over to Ron. What do you got for us tonight in the parlay section? Going.
Yeah, for parlay, we're going to go with, let's see. Let's look at the Denver Nuggets. I'm going to take Chicago minus a 6 and give me my Royals. Take a shot with my Royals tonight against Baltimore. For a future play tonight, look at the KT Wiz in KBO. Got a nice win on Samsung. I hope you got that in the chat. I fortunately had no internet last night, so I hope you got that in the chat. What I got for night, like I said, I got the leftover of the 3-pack that I had in MLB today. I got a 4-pack, not a 4-pack, but 4 plays with a 3-pack of NBA, and you get that other one there if you'd like to get that. And of course, my NHL slap shot play. Hopefully, we can get back on track with that one. Doing well over Tony's Picks. Got a little slump going on. Baseball, it's early. It's early. Trying to get it. Don't go too deep into a hole, but looks like we're going to pop out nicely in the afternoon action. Hopefully, a 2-1 to start the day. But there's some good MLB guys out there right now hitting the charts. So get out there and get those guys lined up. And of course, you see Rod here with the NCAA been just rolling, and Ramon with the new tennis. I recommend Ramon get on his packs because he's a hell of a tennis guy, as well as I'm doing soccer and hockey. So and NBA, I'm still up on a chart somehow. I really don't know how, but it's a wacky world before the playoffs. You know that. So pair us up and let's make some money.
Definitely. Watch out, Ramon. He's secretly in that pickleball league. You should see him. He's ripping it up. He's getting all that inside information. Definitely, Ramon's your tennis guy here at Tony's Picks. Speaking of tennis guys, kick it up over to Ramon. What do you got for us? I think someone's asking for some NCAA double. The women are at it tonight, right?
Yeah, Rod. I think that's your burner account there. You're ready for the.
Yep.
I let you down last time. My big winning streak came to an end because the thing ticked over in the last seconds with a nonsense basket there to end our huge winning streak in women's college basketball. So let's do it for Jadro and Rod. Get your pen ready. You said no basketball. I'm coming at you right here. Women's Final Four tonight. The two plays that I'm going with. Texas and South Carolina. Full disclosure, I do have my only futures bet left on South Carolina at 9-2 to win the national championship. That's looking pretty interesting right now. Sure, Connecticut's been awesome, but Texas and South Carolina under 125 is the official play, but just want to let you know. I mean, South Carolina's favored in the game, you guys, by about 5 there mostly right now. Kind of teetering back and forth there a little bit, but it feels like 5, maybe even 5.5 now. But under there in game 1, Texas and South Carolina. And then the late game, look, Connecticut, we know how great they are, but this UCLA team with Lauren Betts, she might be the hottest star right now out of all these teams with great stars. And I think you got to take the points here with UCLA. You're getting 7 points from this Connecticut team. UCLA has kind of been the hot flavor, if you will. So I'm spending Friday night with the ladies. Take the Bruins +7. Over at Tony'sPicks.com tonight, I've got a 3-pack in the NBA. Hey, if you're coming off some wins, you better keep firing, I guess. They're just trying to get this season over with. But all these games are involving teams that are kind of in the playoff situation a little bit. So we're going to kind of stick to teams that maybe have motivation, or their opponent does anyway, games that mean something. Pick up my 3-pack over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 15% off all premium pick packages. And yeah, on this 3-pack, Rod, I found a $19 discount best bet on the ice tonight. So let's get this weekend started. Like I said, big weekend of action. I'll also have an MMA package for that UFC card in Las Vegas. So be on the lookout for that. I'll roll my best plays out there tomorrow at Tony'sPicks.com. We've had a pretty good time with the MMA for sure here on the site. So make sure you join us just because we're only on here 5 days a week. But you better head on over to Tony'sPicks.com this weekend. Pick up some winners from me and the guys. Thanks, Rod.
Sounds good. Thanks, Ramon. And for me tonight over at Tony's Picks, I got a couple plays left because I had a couple NBA or MLB go off already. So I got my NHL one-timer play rolling there. Going, and then I got my NBA drop a dime play. Looking to hit back-to-back plays on it. We hit it with the Heat again last night. I took the points with the Heat. I didn't go all out with the money line with them last night. Good thing I did, because they lost by 1. I would have been really mad. So sometimes you gotta make sure that you grab those points. And for me is a parlay section. I got Denver on the money line, the Tampa Bay Rays on the money line, Denver Nuggets, and then we're going to take the Washington Capitals on the money line, throw that into a nice little 3-team parlay to start the weekend. Love that play there. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in here on this Friday. Hope you have yourself a wonderful weekend. Big Final Four weekend. Can't wait for it. Excited. Also, take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper pass. Pair any of us up here, the 3 Ramigos. And let's put some money in your pocket this weekend because, hey, you'll get Friday, you'll get Saturday, you'll get Sunday, and you'll probably get some early Monday in there as well. So it'll be like a 4-day for the 3-day. That's the way to go here at Tony's Picks. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Any final words before you head on out for the Friday evening?
Good luck, guys.
Michigan Panthers tonight against Birmingham. They won their opener pretty convincingly, and Birmingham lost their first game. I'm going to take a couple of points here, I think, tonight with the Michigan Panthers. Rod, they've actually turned into a 1-point favorite, but I'm on them. Let's go Michigan Panthers.
I like that.
Over Birmingham Stallions.
Nice.
UFL.
In the UFL. Thanks, everybody. Have yourself a wonderful Friday, everybody. Make sure you tune in tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, for the Tony Picks morning show. Till then, Have yourself a wonderful Friday, everybody. And we'll catch you tomorrow on the morning show.